you like the video, it'll be my honor if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And there are a lot more figure diorama photography at the end of this video, so please watch and enjoy until the end. Now, let's begin. And that's why I am the Kingpin. And yes, he is. Marvel Legend, Marvel Comic, Spider-Man, Kingpin. And this is a massive box. How massive it is? Here we go. The Black Series box is dwarfed. So yeah, that's a huge box. It's so huge that I'm a little bit having some struggle having him displayed here. But here we go. It's something that I have waited for a long time. And this is the identical figure, not fully identical, but it is the figure that we got in the Build a Figure series. I don't know which series it was, but I didn't collect that one, or I didn't collect the entire figure because I knew they're going to be releasing Kingpin in a single pack anyways. They have to, and they did that for Thanos, and they did that for most of the build-up figures. So I'm not too fond with the build-up figures because they're going to release it anyways. And that's the back side. If you're interested, please read if you like to. You can stop the video right here, and unless otherwise, it is the same figure, plus and minus. They have some modification on his neck. The one that you guys got in the Build a Figure series, you get a necktie, which I do prefer that one better. And that version we had a complete white suit, which also I kind of prefer that one. But this is the classic TV or cartoon series Kingpin that we all know and love, and I'm not complaining because if you like to, you can paint him all white, right? So that's completely fine. Now, if you have a Spider-Man figure, well, he's kind of floating, so he's around here, but the box is massive. Now, it's my first time opening such a big box from a Marvel Legend or Hasbro line. I don't know if you can consider this a Marvel Legend, but anyhow, you know what I mean. Now, if anyone wants to hold on to the box without ripping it or damaging the box, I will show you how to do that. Maybe you've seen that in my previous video. But what I do is, if you have a sharp blade right here, and I'm gonna kind of move the camera down so you guys can see better. There you go. So what I do is I jab the knife into the bottom plastic and really avoid cutting into the art, because sometimes you do, even how hard you try. But oops, oh, the Kingpin is strong because he is the Kingpin. So you kind of the plastic is hard too. It's comparing to the other regular line, it is very hard. So be careful because I'm struggling a lot. Okay, it's very smooth when it comes to the cutting, but I am having a lot of struggle opening this guy. And again, as you can see, it's not, I don't know if you can see, but it's not a clean cut. It's kind of wiggly. Usually you should be able to cut fast and smooth, but the Kingpin seems to be very difficult to do that. But anyhow, slowly, the edge are usually the most difficult part, but the Kingpin is especially difficult. Oh god. Okay, a little more, yeah, and then you turn to the side, and again, this is only if you want to keep the box. Like, if you don't care about the box, then you can just tear it up. But if you like to keep the box, which I tend to keep the box, and some people like to display the box, and some people want to, well, after reviewing, they want to put it back into the box. So I don't know how many times I said box, but god, I am a little afraid I might break the blade, because I'm using a surgical blade that I was using during my university era, which was how many years ago? Like that was 2002 or something like that. But here you go. You can, after you cut the side, you don't need to cut the bottom side. You'll just flip it open like that and drag the figure, and now you get a completely unharmed, undamaged, oh, the camera went down, sorry. And you'll get a unharmed, undamaged box, like so. So you can hold onto the box, clean box, and if you want to put back the figure inside, you can. So that's how you do it. Now the figure is heavy, very heavy, and yep, here is our Kingpin. I'm gonna move the box away so you guys can take a better look. I will rotate it, and I will have the camera down a bit. Then there we go. Fisk is here. Now this Fisk, I'm very sorry of the noise. Man, it's so hard to get these out. It comes with a neutral face, which is really well sculpted. And I think this is the one that you guys got in the regular buff. The extra damage head is only for this figure, from my knowledge. And what I remember is both Fisk come with a cane. This one comes with a crystal. The other one, I don't remember it comes with a crystal. I think it was a little round thing, which I'm not too sure what it was. But anyhow, this one comes with a crystal because it's the classic Kingpin. And one thing I kind of wanted him, if they're gonna give us the extra head, might as well maybe give us extra pairs of hands, because he's all about punching and throwing. Only 2% of his body mass is fat. Everything else is all like muscle. So he gave a nightmare hard time for Daredevil, even though he started with as a Spider-Man villain. So I would have preferred having both fist hand, and we should have got an open hand. So it's two set of pair of hand is kind of required for Kingpin, and they did that for Venom right here. So if Marvel could do something like that for a little more expensive figure like this, I would hope to give us get a extra pair of hand. I think that's really something that's the Hasbro should do from now on. But let's see his articulation. Oh, and like I said, this one comes with a scarf. The original one comes with a necktie. I'm not too sure if there's a necktie underneath, but let's try to pop the head off. And nope, I think that's one piece. I don't think I can take that thing out. Okay, unfortunate. But anyhow, I'm gonna use the other head. Okay, and let's see his articulation. He looks that I think he can kind of go 360. Yes, he kind of pops out. So let's say he failed that. There we go. His head tilts. No, there is no tilt. It's just like that. His head looks up that much. Looks down that much. His arm goes up that much. Though if you bring it up, you can bring up more. Cool. Goes up that much. Now goes 360. I don't think there is any butterfly joint. Nope, there isn't. His arm goes not even 90, but that's fine. His wrist goes 360. Goes up that much. Goes down that much. There is a ab crunch joint in the chest, but I don't think there is. No, I don't think there is a app crunch joint. Is there? Let me see. No, there's no joint. It just goes 360. That's all. I'm sorry. His open that much, goes that much. Kind of reminds me of Juggernaut. There's a cut right here, so it goes 360. Wonderful. And his knee goes just that much, almost nothing. And his foot pivot, go 360. Wonderful. And up and down that much. Now, I'm not too sure if the original buff is the same shoes, but I assume it is because, well, I don't think there will be. Hasbro isn't known to, go to the extra mile to sculpt something too new for a one-time character like Kingpin. Now, let's have Spider-Man, who was his original villain, right beside him. Yep, the original Nemesis. And I think it was much suiting for Kingpin to become a Daredevil villain, and I think that was a great route because we all know if Spider-Man really wanted to, knock his head off, he could. He already mentioned in the comics so many times that he always has to hold back or else he'll be knocking people's head off. And the latest comic, not so latest, but we've seen Spider-Man, OPing Kingpin easily. So there is a massive power difference between Spider-Man and Kingpin. Like, there's no way Kingpin could beat Spider-Man, and end of the question. So it was much fitting that now he's a villain of Daredevil, because Daredevil has special sense. He's trained, but he's not like Spider-Man. He doesn't have a super strength like Spider-Man. So as a equal match, I think Fisk was a really good choice for a Daredevil villain. And one thing is that I'm just gonna put Venom right beside him to just see how tall they are. Almost. They're close. They're very close. Just that Kingpin is slightly, just a bit, tiny bit taller. Just a bit. But yeah. So the Netflix Daredevil, though some people still might think that part of the MCU, it's not. It's completely unrelated. But it could be said that it's another reality, it could be another universe. Hopefully they will use the same cast from Daredevil. I'm not too sure about the Kingpin. I wasn't too fond, I'm sorry, with the Netflix Daredevil Kingpin, because he was a very angry man, but he was a very smart man. But in the Netflix one, he was too angry and he didn't seem to have any plans much. And nowadays they always want to have villain to be, having some kind of sympathy, you gotta feel sorry for him kind of thing. You don't necessarily need that for all the villain. Like Dragon Ball Frieza is a good example. You don't need to feel sorry for him. We want evil guy, okay? Maleficent was also one thing. Why did you have to, make her, victimized? We didn't need that. The Disney Maleficent. We love the evilness of Maleficent. Now, if she's like, oh, she became evil, I feel sorry. We don't need that crap. I think they tried to install that for the Kingpin. Some people like it, and I'm okay with it. You like it, that's perfectly fine. Myself, I like the original Kingpin, who's, we don't need to feel sorry because he is the Kingpin. He loved to be angry. He loved to have power. He will kick anyone down for any reason because he's the Kingpin, and his best goal is because I am the Kingpin. So if someone needed to ask a questions like, why do you do that? And then, in the Netflix series, you need to give him all these, backgrounds. Like for me, screw that. You don't need that kind of thing. Just one quote you need for Kingpin to do anything he does is because he's the Kingpin. So, but anyhow, I hope, I don't mind them, recasting the same actor, but I hope we get that more, bold, more intelligent, more character who think step by step ahead. I didn't see that in the Netflix. So he could be similar, but I wanted him to be more brilliant in what he does, because you can't be a crime lord and be. And as usual and typical, my video just overheated and I lost the last portion, but it was only like 2 seconds before I ended the video, so that's okay. I have some awesome time taking photos with this guy. He's big, bulky. He doesn't have much articulation, but I had a lot of enjoyment taking photos because his presence is amazing. He just make him stand there or just make him throw something at you. He will take the entire scene to himself. So yeah, it's an awesome figure. Thank you very much for watching my figure unboxing photography review. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Currently, there are only 6% of my audience who are subscribed, and I feel a little bit lonely here, so your subscription will give me inspiration to go on further. Thank you again, and see you all soon. 遊びでやってるんだよ。